Hi. Today we're at the Frangipani winery deep in the Temecula Valley wine district of Southern California. And I'm going to tell you a backstory on one of my favorite books. The book is called The Dog on the Acropolis by Mark Tedesco. The Dog on the Acropolis is a story about the builders that built the Parthenon originally, way back when in history. And one of the characters was a dog that met the work crew in the morning and walked with them up to the top of the Acropolis, um, walked up to the top of the Acropolis and then trotted away. He was a stray dog, but he did that every day. So I asked Mark about the book. Tell me something interesting about the book. Well, it turns out Mark Tedesco was a teacher here in Los Angeles. He taught for years here, but every summer he would travel to the Mediterranean, to Italy and the Mediterranean area. And here's the story he tells me. I'm going to paraphrase just a little bit, but this is basically word for word. Mark has lived extensively in the Mediterranean and in and around Italy. On one trip, he decided on a day trip to the Acropolis and the Parthenon on top of it. As Mark approached the path leading up to the Acropolis, a dog came up to him like he knew Mark and was very friendly, old buddies from forever. Mark said that the dog walked with him the entire walkway up to the top of the Acropolis, almost as though he was escorting him personally. When they got to the top, the dog trotted off, and Mark didn't see him again the rest of the day. The next morning, Mark had a bit of extra time and decided to make a quick side trip back to the Acropolis just for one last view. At the base of the path, the dog appeared again and again escorted Mark to the top of the Acropolis. And Mark was so taken with the dog that it inspired him to write The Dog on the Acropolis, the book. Very interesting book. Actually, one of my most favorite books of the last few years, singularly, the most favorite book. It's about the people that built the Acropolis, the history, a great deal of the architecture, the art, why they did what they did. Fascinating. And I wondered why he seemed to be able to come across absolutely enthralling. Well, this is it. He's been there. He's gone to the Acropolis. He met the dog, so to speak. Now, this dog is probably 50 generations down from the original dog on the Acropolis, but it added a bit of charm to me. Now, The Dog on the Acropolis is by Mark Tedesco is still my favorite book of the last several years. And when you read it, look for the dog, listen for the dog. It just adds a bit of inside information, a backstage pass, if you will. Thoroughly enjoyed it. So we're at the Frangipani winery in Southern California. My name is Jeff Bailey. I write the Sing family conspiracy thrillers, and I craft the screenplays to go with them.